My name is Reed Piercy. I'm an international studies major at Boston College, and I'm interning at the U.S. Embassy in Beijing this semester. The application process for the embassy was not nearly as hard as I thought it would be, partly because I'm specifically interning for the Foreign Commercial Service, which is a division of the Commerce Department, and so their section of the embassy is a little less secretive than some of the other portions, so it's not as much of a hassle as applying for an internship with the CIA or the State Department would be. But the advantage of that is that it's more accessible and they deal directly with business related stuff in China. So to apply, all I had to do was go on the commercial service website through the Department of Commerce, fill out a cover letter, resume, and send those in to the principal commercial officer at the Beijing office. He's the guy in charge, basically. After that, I just had a phone interview, and then a little while later, he let me know that I got an internship. And I actually attached an essay that I'd written for an international studies class this past semester. When I emailed in my resume and cover letter as well, because I was kind of nervous about it, and I was like, I want to prove that I can do research, but really it's a very relaxed application process. The security clearance was definitely the biggest obstacle in actually getting to the embassy. Like I said, the application was easy, relatively, but you want to make sure that you do it several months in advance of when you get to Beijing, because what happens is after you apply and find out that you've gotten the internship, you have to send in some forms, including fingerprints and kind of personal info and some other stuff. So you have to mail that to their office in Washington, D.C., which adds time, and then they have to process it there and then notify the Beijing office if you've been cleared, when you've been cleared, all that stuff. And because I was abroad during the summer, I couldn't send in that stuff until I got back around the beginning of August, which I figured would be enough time because we were looking to start interning around September 5th was the plan. But because I was a little behind where I should have been, we had issues getting the security clearance through, and so there's a lot of waiting time, and I ended up starting just last week. So September 21st was my first day, as opposed to the 5th. So had I submitted it a month, 2 months earlier, that would have saved me a lot of time and a bit of stress. Part of that was, I think, an organizational issue on their end, because I didn't get all the detailed info about what to send and where until the end of the summer. But previous TBC students have interned at the embassy. I and the others who have that information, so all the resources are there for you if you want to make that move earlier, which you definitely should, because it streamlines everything. So apply as early as possible if you're interested in the commercial service.